Carrie Piper for the Richmond Times-Dispatch and Richmond.com. We are here today to reveal Dana Craig, restaurant critic for the Richmond Times-Dispatch for the past 10 years. And drumroll, Dana Craig.
It's me. Hello.
Dana,
yes.
This is what you look like. You are not a man.
No. Everyone thinks I'm a 300-pound, obese, old, grouchy man, which I'm not.
Why are you stepping down?
I decided that 10 years of writing about Richmond food has been wonderful, but just like this dining scene's advancing, the voice needs to advance. I feel like I have advanced, but it's time for a new, fresh perspective. I think that's good for everyone involved, and I still want to be a part of things, just not in this fashion. I want to do some more feature articles or help out in the scene in other ways.
The scene has changed a lot in the last 10 years. How have you seen that change as in your capacity as a reviewer?
The scene has changed so much in the last few years. Everyone's gotten so much more excited about everything. Food festivals, events, collaborative chef dinners. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think there was nearly as much talk about food 10 years ago as there is now. It's, if you don't know what's going on with RVA Dine, you're not cool almost. It's kind of crazy how big RVA Dine has become.
A lot has changed in terms of social media in the last 10 years. Have you found it, how have you stayed anonymous for 10 whole years?
I have tried very hard to stay anonymous. I think in the age of social media, it's pretty much impossible. But when I started, there really wasn't social media. There was no Facebook. There probably was, but no one was really using it. There was no such thing as Twitter, none of that. The only way I got feedback was emails, and those were even pretty few and far between. I mostly got letters, actually, like handwritten letters. So it's really strange to look at it now that feedback is so constant and up to the minute, and everybody has a voice, which is good and bad. I mean, you got to have a thicker skin, obviously, because everyone's got something to say. But it's fair. If I can give my opinion, someone else should be able to refute it in any way they can.
You had a recent piece that kind of went locally viral about service in Richmond.
Yes.
What was the response you saw from that, and have you seen anything change in terms of service in Richmond?
The response to the service in Richmond story was crazy. I really did not expect it to be that much, but I think it resonated with people because everybody has a story. Everyone has had a bad service experience and can relate very easily. So that was an interesting piece to write. I think it opened eyes on both sides for diners and for servers, kind of maybe how we can meet in the middle sort of thing. I don't know if I've seen service change. It didn't come out all that long ago, so it's not going to change overnight. We're not a career service town. Hopefully we can get there one day, but there are career servers in this town, but the majority of them are not. So I feel like you need a little more. Once the restaurant scene's advancing, the chefs are advancing, all that's advancing, and I think service is going to follow, but it seems to be kind of one of the last things to get there.
So talking about revealing Dana Craig, kind of let us in. What's your process been like going into restaurants? Do you take a notepad? Do you wear a disguise? Kind of how have you gone about doing that over the years? I
have always had a voice recorder because, I'm not going to bust out a huge notebook, whatever, but I have a little recorder. My mom bought it for me. And I just kind of hide it in my sleeve and sit like this and talk to myself. And it's funny because depending on who's eating with me, they're trying to answer, and I'm like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to myself. But I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to get anything wrong because I know how crucial it is that, my words are put in print. They last. They mean something, and I don't want to be incorrect. So, using a recorder, I take pictures of the menu. I take pictures of everything. Again, smartphones. Didn't have a smartphone when I started out. Do now. That makes a huge difference. So,
what are you going to miss the most about reviewing?
I will miss the most the feeling I get when I get an email from someone related to a restaurant I've just said something nice about. Usually one of the smaller kind of mom and pop places, and how much it's meant to them and how, those words have brought in new customers, new people, and just how I've affected somebody personally by being able to share what they're passionate about, and I can see their passion in that and share it in a review. That is the best feeling in the world, and I will definitely miss that.
What are you not going to miss?
Hate mail. Hate mail. I could definitely do without that. I love Richmond dining. That's why I do this. And in order to do it fairly, I've tried to stay out of the spotlight and not let people know who I am. So now that I'm letting people know who I am, I feel like I can be part of things more because I love it and I want to be part of it in whatever way I can and help see it advance more and maybe write some other stuff down the road, do whatever I can to be a part of it.